Just a little time. No, your addiction's not a crime. It's just a smaller part of who you want to become in the end. When the snow is on her mind, rows and rows and lines in the haze of your fixation. We all crave for you, we all crave. And you can kill the wildest thing. When you murder, it's a sin. In the midst of your conviction, we all crave for you, we all crave. Just a little time. No, your addiction's not a crime. It's just a smaller part of who you want to become in the end.
Some of the trees are starting to get leaves or bloom or whatever. Actually, these are flowers, I guess. And some of the bushes.
Mr. Winnicott says, "Hello there, Megwin."
Hi, Mr. Winnicott. Catsy would be real excited right now if they were here. Looks like a feast. Oh, here's some also. If you don't mind the spiky leaves, you can pick these and eat them too. Hi, let's go. How are you both doing today, Mr. Winnicott? Let's go. Oh, this is just moss growing on the tree. This is all mossy. Here's some kind of blueberries or something. They're not, they're kind of like a weird color of blue. This is usually just wet in the summer. It actually has water running through in the winter. So I guess this is a creek. Maybe it's a ditch that rainwater runs through. Something just came up out of the water over there and splashed. And there's bubbles coming up. I'm going to put a flower in the water. Here's one fish you can see over here just a little bit. Phone doesn't pick it up very good, but you can kind of see it through the water. Well, I hit the wrong button. I was like, whoa, I didn't mean to zoom in that much. It looks like they just recently cut these back. I wonder why. They just maybe so they don't grow out too much and grow up over this little fence. Looks like they want them growing up high, maybe just not right close to the edge. I'll walk this way. You have a stake holding up that tree. This is like, it almost looks fuzzy looking at first. It's like a bunch of little needles, basically, like spiky. Man, I don't know why bitrate's bad. Or I can, I think I can fix it. Da, da, da. Hopefully. Wonder what these are right here growing. Roses, maybe? They don't look like they have spikes. Or do they? Oh, it's not. That's just where the leaves are growing out. I thought they had spikes at first, and I'm like, well, those don't look like rose leaves at all. I was just looking at, like, here's some smaller leaves you can see better. I thought those right here were almost spikes, but they're little leaves growing out. This is getting us leaves. Ones right there are also. wondering, I was like, why is that person walking up the path of a sword? It is, they're taking some kind of pictures. So I think I'll walk down the road right over here and go down the other trail. I kind of looked and I saw someone coming up the trail, and they had what looked like a sword strapped to their back. And I thought, oh, well, that's kind of weird. And it's like, oh. See, they're just walking around. Probably no big deal. They're like posing in front of the building, and the other person that has the big camera, it's like a photo shoot going on. Look at these blooms that this bush has. Yeah, I guess about. You look twice. You're just like, oh, that's kind of weird. And you're like, oh, I guess it's just, yeah, I guess pretty much. If they're running at you with a sword, it would be more, different than just seeing someone walk around with a Starlink. But if they don't look like they're gonna, use it as a weapon against you, then, it's just like you look, you're like, wait, what did I just see? You look in, it's like, oh, they're walking around with a big sword in their back. It's like, I wonder what they're doing. With a Starlink is like, you see someone walking around with a Starlink, you just like, look, like, what? I wonder what they're doing, and then it'd be fine. I wonder why they cut the side of this bush off, but not the top. Maybe they're in the middle of pruning it and just haven't gotten to all of it. That's the other path up there, I think. I think the other side of these are or I guess maybe a different bush on the other side of these is the one that had the flowers up there. I mean, I normally think it was a little more weird, but like, I've seen a lot of people dressed up in costumes or their outfits different times at this garden, having their pictures taken. So when you see people walking around with, big swords strapped to their back, it's just more normal. It's like, oh, this is weird at first, and you're like, oh, no, seems pretty normal for where I'm at. Oh, there's some flowers down here growing on one of the, I think these are camellias. There's a bunch of flowers that kind of looks like somebody picked off of something. They're just on the ground. Weird. So see, these are starting to bloom, but they're not. None of them are opening yet. This one over here already has flowers. And Catsy would really be excited about this. I bet you could eat for like a week off of all of these berries. There's more all up through there and everything too. And then there's a, kind of looks like the same kind of bush down here with a bunch of berries on it. And someone random is gonna show up and think I just like eat random red berries off of stuff. And they'll be like, how are you still alive? And it's like, I don't eat anything off of plants out of gardens like this. The cats he likes talking about eating seaweed and random berries. I like these vines. They start flowering this time of year. Me and Viral got some and planted in our yard, but it takes them like years and years to actually like just spread out where they cover everything. They still look really nice. Like ours have just grown out where the plants are, and they're slowly kind of growing out. and they all start flowering. I don't think ours are flowering yet, but I think these look exactly the same. They might be slightly different, but leaves look really similar in the flowers. This water here is really clear compared to the other one over there that had the big fish in it. I wonder about this. I assume this must be some kind of bulbs or plants that grow in the water, and they wanted to grow some, so they stuck them in a pot and just stuck the pot in the pond. Too deep to plant in the bottom of the pond, so put them in a pot. I'm gonna go walk up. There's a trail that goes around that side. I'll come down around the bridge and go out that way. Where do these flower petals come from? Not from the tree or anything here. Must be another flower that somebody picked up in some place. I forgot it splits up. There's one that goes this way and one that goes along the top. It just goes up here to this rock bench. Oh, there's a bunch of little fish down there. I saw one of them move, but they're just barely kind of like moving around. At least I assume they're fish. Some more, like right here. I don't see any anywhere else. Just like right along the bridge here. There's one like out there. So they're kind of congregated on this area. It's weird, they mostly just sit still, and every now and then one or two will move. Standing on this bridge and staring at my phone and then looking away from the phone down into the water kind of makes you dizzy. And then you're like, oh, I'm standing up on a bridge, I shouldn't get too dizzy. I don't want to fall off. I was mostly looking at them, and then I zoomed the phone in and was just like staring at the screen. And then as soon as I looked away from the screen, I was like, oh. So the other pond kind of over behind me should have fish. We can go look at those. I just don't remember ever seeing fish in this one. Like ever, when I've been here. I don't feel like this one is usually this clear though either. It hasn't been raining a lot. So, I have noticed the ponds here seem to be, mostly dirty just when it's been raining a lot. And I guess they've had dirt washed in them. Oh, here's some orange fruit. This is most definitely the garden for Cat C to come live at. There's a large variety. Oh, someone put a flower in here. I haven't seen anything get flowers and have flowers long enough for them to drop on the ground, which I think means all the flowers you see lying around are ones that people actually picked off the plants, which is kind of unfortunate. Most of this stuff has just started blooming, so I think the flowers would live for a while if they didn't get picked. Now look at how bright green this thing is. Phone does not pick up the color quite right. It was closer to, that's closer to how it looks when I get a wide angle, but still not quite as bright. It like evens it out. The other stuff looks, it just doesn't have enough contrast. This is like, this one right here is like very, very, very bright, like neon green basically. I wonder if I take a picture, if that'll show it correctly. I can put it in Discord. No, this phone washes it out also. Weird. Let me put my glove back on and I'll stop jerking the phone around. Alright. So this pond right here should have fish in it. It usually does. Yep. There's one big one right there. See, can I stand a different angle where the glare is not as bad? Pretty cool. Don't see any anywhere else. They're all just grouped up in that part of the pond. They're coming back over here since I'm standing here. They're not doing it as much as I've seen them before, but I think they are following me around for food. I've gone here before and they'll you can walk along the bank and they'll swim over to you like they think you might be gonna feed them. They're not coming all the way over, but the whole group, they kind of just stopped right there. Pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Seems to be right over a flight path, because there's always a lot of planes flying over like that. It's just loud sometimes. Like, this must be where they turn or something to line up to land at the airport, because like I've seen them quite a few times like that, just turning. But yeah, it's always really really pretty here. It's nice. It's rained a lot of the afternoon. Sometimes when I come here, it's really busy, but there's like, I've only seen like very few people here, because I came like right after the rain, so I guess nobody's, doing outside stuff. Most of the day has been like a little rain shower will come through for like 5 minutes, and then some like blue sky and some sun, and then another cloud with some rain. I think I've seen like 3 separate rainbows today, because like there's like a rain cloud coming through, and then some like a little bit of blue sky, like holes in the clouds, enough for the sun to shine over in the rain and make a rainbow, like shine up under the rain cloud. It's been a really interesting day weather-wise. Most days when it let's see, there's not much now other than maybe a little blue sky there and a little over there, but so it has clouded up more than it was earlier. Most days, like yesterday, it was really sunny early in the day, and then just like a line of clouds came through and a lot of rain. It's usually more like that. Today, now it's clouded over, but earlier in the day it was a lot more just little tiny rain clouds with sun in between them and stuff, which doesn't happen as much in Washington. So you usually don't see that rainbows, not like 3 in one day, because when it's raining, it's just completely like clouded over with no sun anywhere. Oh, sword gun again. Yeah. I think I have seen 2 in one day, but I do see rainbows here like more often than I did in the southeast. Hardly ever saw rainbows down there, but 3 in one day is extreme. And one of them was a double rainbow. So I guess kind of 4 rainbows if you can count the double rainbow, if you count it as 2 separate ones. These are cool. They're not like, they're just leaves, but like, I like the green leaves with the kind of white lines around them, and then the like white flowers. My phone is doing an extremely bad job making it look. It's just overexposing it. I can change it where it closer contrast wise, but then it's too dark. The only thing I can change on here is the exposure, which is what I change at night sometimes. That's how I just try making it look better in the evenings, or when I do the night after dark stream. I'm gonna walk around this way first so I don't get in the way of their features. Pretty cool Japanese garden of, like, I don't know, big long like samurai sword or something in some kind of outfit doing poses on the bridges. Cool tree, interesting looking bark. Wish it, yeah, it mostly hasn't been getting really low, but I wish the bit rate would stay higher. I had come here a few times in a row when it was really, really bad. First few times I ever streamed here, it was freaking really, really good. And then it was bad a few times, and then the last few times I've come, it's been better again. And then today it's not. I'm gonna switch my phone back to, this phone back to AT&T. Because it usually picks up better on this side of the garden. Once it switch, it might help it look better. T-Mobile is the only thing that has really good service here. And it seems like it depends on the day if it's good or not. Days like today, whenever it's bad, it'll work great, and then all of a sudden the latency will just get horrible for like a few seconds. And then it recovers, but it takes a while for the bitrate to climb back up. I think the last 2 or 3 times I've gone here it's been better, so I thought it maybe would be today. But today it's back to really unstable. These are snowball bushes, I guess. They are... Oh, these almost look dead. I think they must be new, but they don't have green leaves on them yet. This one looks more like it's trying to turn green. The ones up by the other building, the shelter thing, I mean, these might be totally different kinds. They kind of look like it. These kind of look taller. Although they're also under the trees, so they might be taller and less bushy to try to get light. Oh, that might also be why they don't have leaves yet. If they don't get as much sunlight. It's colder and darker here. Wow, look how fuzzy these things look. These ponds are a lot muddier, but these have the creek going through them. Compared to the other two over there I saw a fish in. So that, okay, it has been raining some in the winter. These get a lot clearer in the summer, but I guess they always seem to be muddy in the winter. Since we have the creek going through them. And the creek is usually almost dry in the summer. So I guess in the winter it washes a lot more mud and stuff into the ponds. Look, this tree is getting little buds on it. Right here. You see the creek is flowing pretty good today. In the summer it'll have hardly any water. Oh, this they've actually cut the bushes back where you can see off of here. It hadn't grown up so high all the way across. You couldn't see anything other than the tops of the trees. I think they've cut stuff. I'd come here a long time and never knew about this platform. I think they've cut this stuff back more. The plants used to just about like cover it. The only reason I actually noticed it one day is I think I was stopped here looking at the pond and kind of turned around and was like, wait, those kind of look like steps. And then like saw these and then looked up and saw that they were steps. Because I think those used to stick way further out. Oh, and I guess in the summer when that tree has leaves, it covers it up a little more also. It looks like they cut the path back, and those where people can find it and see off from it again. Oh man, here's some large berries. Wonder why that one is green and all the rest of them I see are red. It's not as red. They must grow green and then turn red at some point. Maybe. I just thought I'd see more. Here's one that's a lot more, that's not completely red. Right, I'm gonna walk up to the top of the falls up here and then go head back over parking lot ways, I think. Go up here. I'll come back and walk across those rocks and look at the waterfall. see the other hills over that way. Oops. Right, there we go. You can see the swordsman walking along the path. That'd be really dumb, but I mean, it is the swordsman. See, swordsman and photographer. I like these also. It's just so much contrast or whatever in one leaf. Green, and then I guess the outsides have just died. Is why they're brown. Some of them are a lot more dead. We're headed back down the hill. I came up that path. Now I'll go back down this one. Another airplane coming over. Or at least I can hear one. I don't see it. It's cool. Some of these, like, you don't see any moss like out there, but here you go up under the trees and just look at how mossy they are underneath, up under all the leaves. Like the outsides of the leaves aren't mossy at all, and then down here it's just like crazy amounts. Guess they probably never dry out. The bushes and stuff. Got some ferns growing down here. Same way over here. All this stuff up under there is all really mossy. And this tree. It's like usually here you don't really notice. Like if you look in there, there's a bunch of moss behind here, but you don't really notice, you know, all the leaves. And I just notice it places like that because you're walking kind of up under the trees of the path, and then you just really notice how mossy everything is. The stuff is not in the sun. The branches and stuff that are shaded. This is growing flowers, I assume. Maybe they're, yeah, I guess flowers. Because this one looks like the leaves here, and I assume the red things are the flowers. Oh yeah, here's some that are actually opening up. Phone doesn't focus on them very well. Yeah, yeah, I like this. I like coming here like year round pretty much. Like pretty much any time of the year, this just looks so much different. Which, this time of year, like, these are already getting their flowers, the little pink flowers they have on them. It's already some flowers, like it's close enough to spring. I don't know if the stuff in this garden usually, some of the stuff in this garden might be blooming early. Stuff outside of the garden, like a lot of stuff in the area, is blooming early because it's been so warm. Like there's been a bunch of, it's actually cooled off the last few days, but before the last few days, like even Sunday, I think the high was 56, and the last few weeks there's been a bunch of days with the highs up in the upper 50s, or like a few days in the low 60s, which is, you know, abnormally warm. I've come here like really early spring, and there's usually stuff blooming. A lot of stuff in this garden blooms earlier than like stuff I've planted in our yard. I have some bulbs I planted that are actually blooming right now that I didn't have planted last year, so I don't know when they would have bloomed then. Like what normal time is. Most of the other flowers that I remember blooming around like March or April, and they're not blooming yet. So if they end up blooming early, it's not that early. But I've read that, I guess I read something about people saying a lot of the stuff was blooming early. Usually still pretty cold in February. Like January and February is down like low 40s every day, which is what today has been. I'm gonna go this way and across the other bridge. I see these are starting to get some of the flowers also. What time is it? 4:43? Oh, I thought it was starting to get dark under the trees, so that's why. Been going an hour and 22 minutes. Guess I should start heading back towards the car. I'm planning on streaming Beat Saber later. I wanted to stream Beat Saber today. Also, kind of wanted to do. I hadn't done an IRL stream since last Wednesday. I was actually looking. I had done one last Wednesday, and then the Wednesday before that, which is when I did that bike stream when it was up in the 60s. So I guess the last 3 weeks, Wednesday is just an IRL stream day. Like, I do other stuff the rest of the time, and this will be the third Wednesday in a row. Here, let me switch this phone back to a different service. What? I swiped the wrong thing. Since it's really having a problem holding bitrate. I don't know what's going on. Alright, that seems to have made it better. But yeah, last week I only played Beat Saber one day. Well, during the week, I think I don't remember when I did, Monday or something. And then I did Saturday. And then I got to play Monday this week. So I thought I'd try to stream it again today. So I actually do like 2 days this week before the weekend. So I thought today I'd just do a short IRL stream. And then kind of short beats every stream. Duck's like, are you gonna feed me? Maybe. I mean, it looked like he was kind of looking at me when he started making all the noise. Uh-oh, it's starting to rain. All right. Keep cruising. Steady. I'm gonna do a beat searching. This is the almost turn sideways and walk down it type of path. Bit right, where did you go? Here, let me try something real quick since the bit rate is so bad. I'll be RB. Alright. That was a funky sounding siren. You didn't hear all of it because I cut the stream off to go change settings. I assume it was a like big fire truck. Hey, this seems to be working a lot better, at least so far. Hello, duck. That's the one wing one. That was Dan. This is Dan. This is a duck that Dan has said he is. Hi, Dan. I'll see you later. Bye-bye, Dan. Dan's like, where's my bread? Oh, it's starting to rain harder. It kind of started and then just stopped. It looks like it's picking up now. Did I get any water on the lenses? I don't think too much. There's a drop right on the edge of the lens, but it seems like you can't see it. I was trying to show you the birds flying over. It's also raining. Oh, that's fine. Okay. It seems like it's maybe slowing down now, the rain. I was kind of heading back faster. Didn't want to get soaked. This coat doesn't seem to be soaking in. It's water resistant, but I don't have a hood. Guess I'll head back this way. It was a nice walk. It was nice having the whole garden basically to myself since it rained most of the afternoon and I came here right after the rain. It's been very deserted. I've seen the ninja photo shoot people or samurai photo shoot people or whatever they're doing, and then just a couple other people is all. Oh, look at all the birds. That's what all the noise has been. You've been hearing birds. There's just been hundreds of them. lasts like, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes flying over. Or way more than hundreds, because there's just so many here, probably thousands of them. I've seen them here and a few other places. Like, you see them all like flying south this time of night. Like, they have a few different areas that they go and nest. So I assume you don't need a modem with them, that they'll just have an Ethernet cable that runs in the house that plugs up to the router. Recommendation about for a router. You could get that Asus one we had always worked really well. Most of the other ones that we ever used, remember, would like die in a few years. I don't know if Asus still makes good routers. I assume so. All their stuff I've had has always lasted years and years and years and years, hardware-wise. And the menus are pretty good. I'd have to read up on current ones, but let's say either an Asus one or if you want the Wi-Fi to pick up really good all through your house, you could go buy like a mesh network. Usually Costco has a few different like mesh networks that they sell. They're, just a few $100s. All those, I've read supposedly some of those don't work that great. Like, they're not actually near as fast as they advertise they are. I really like my Unify. I think that's how you say the name. I think that's the right name. Hotspot or access points. You can just go buy one or two or however many you want, and you can use one for Wi-Fi or buy multiple of them and set them up as a mesh network. That's what me and Beryl uses. That one that I had that I used, and then when I moved up here, she bought another one, and we use them both. But you need a router still to plug those up to. Yeah. I know they have before when I looked. You could read about those and see what they're like. If they seem to actually work good or not. I really like those Unify Wi-Fi hotspots because I always had problems with Wi-Fi until I got them, and they'll just, you can set them up and they just work for years without any problems. Always super, super stable. But they're like $100 a piece, I think, for the cheap ones. So you'd need two probably to pick up through your house. So you'd have to go spend $200 on those, and then a router to plug them up to. You could probably get a cheaper router then, because, and I mean, I don't know, those might be faster and more stable than a TP-Link mesh network. You could get like a cheaper wired router. Or, I mean, I don't know if they even make only wired routers anymore. But cheaper router, because you'd only be using the wired part. And turn the Wi-Fi off on it. And then use the TP-Link ones. Or the Unify ones. I mean, that's the best option that I know that works really well. So I guess that, or those mesh networks, like TP-Link ones that Costco sells, or get like a maybe Asus router or something. But those are going to be like, it's not going to pick up throughout your whole house. Oh, I still have my router I built down there. I don't know if it might be so out of date that it won't auto update. So I might have to, the OS might need to be reinstalled. But depending on how out of date it is, if it'll just automatically update or it's, secure, you could use that. You know, the one I built out of the old computer? Use that and buy, if you want to go buy Unify access points and plug them up to it. I never had problems with it because that's what I used. Okay. But that's what I used before I came up here. Yeah, and that's what I used before I moved up here, was that for the router and a Unify access point, and never had any problems. The Wi-Fi was super stable because I used to do all those baking streams and I didn't have a laptop, so I would use 2 different cell phones so I could have 2 cameras and stream them both over the Wi-Fi to my desktop in the other room, and that thing handled that just fine. The access point was always super stable. I didn't have any trouble having 2 phones in the kitchen streaming video. I don't know how much bandwidth those use. They don't compress it much, so it's a lot more bandwidth than, like, I'm using right now streaming. I would assume, at least. But yeah, I hadn't bought anything for years because I built that router and I used it. And then have that Unify hotspot, and then Daryl bought another one, which is a Wi-Fi 6 one. Mine's Wi-Fi 5, so that's faster. But they'll still mesh together. One's just faster than the other. Like, it seems like the stuff, whatever, any device that supports Wi-Fi 6 will just connect slower for the Wi-Fi 5 one, and then if you go to the other side of the house where it connects to the Wi-Fi 6 one, it's just a lot faster. The only thing I know about the mesh networks is I've read some articles talking about, like, Google has at least they used to have a Nest, like, mesh network, and there was a few other kinds, and they advertised to have, like, gigabit speeds or 500 megabits or something like that. And I read an article at one point and somebody had tested them and tested, like, multiple different mesh networks, and most of them would only run at, like, 100 or 200 megabits or maybe 300 megabits, which I guess would be fine for you, like, faster than your current internet. But it'd kind of be lame if you had actual fast fiber internet and couldn't use it if you wanted to because you bought something that was really slow. I mean, assume, when you maybe could get something faster for the same money. Well, I pretty much got back to the parking lot I want to go use the restroom before I leave. So I think I'll go ahead and end the stream here and go do that and then walk back to the car. Are these dry enough to sit on? I think they are. Ugh. Let me get my other phone real quick and see who there is to raid, or if I'm going to raid anybody. That's pretty sweet, though, that they called you about the internet. Yeah, next time I come down and visit, you might actually have, like, you know, really fast internet then. Like, your internet will be better than my internet instead of the other way around. Like, now I have to bond the connections together. I mean, I'll probably do it anyways because Viral's laptop's too slow to really run Beat Saber and do the encoding. It overloads it, and I can use my Bella box, and that's basically having a streaming PC set up like I do at home. But I wouldn't have to have multiple connections and make sure I had actual unlimited data, so I can go, you know, use 300 gigabytes of data while I'm down there. Which would be, I was paying Comcast for like 1200 megabit plan. The only reason I did that is that one you got 35 meg upload, and every plan below that it went down to, I think, 15 meg upload. And I thought, well, if me and Viral ever wanted to stream at the same time, 15 megabits wouldn't be enough, really. That would be like maxing out the upload. What? Why is that? Or do I want? But Comcast changed their plans where maybe all the plans come with, I don't remember if it's all the plans come with 35 meg upload now, or just like, it might just be the ones that are 300 megabits and up or something. So anyways, our internet went way up since we had it. When I signed up, I got it cheap for like 2 years, and then it like doubled in price. So that's all I pay for right now is 500 megabits. But the upload's only 35 megabits, which is annoying if I'm trying to upload huge YouTube videos. And you'll have, I assume yours will be symmetrical. I mean, sure. But I don't know why you exactly want to see my face, but hello. Goodbye. I actually don't know why I'm standing here talking. I mean, you can see the birds flying over like this, but I don't know why. Other than that, I don't know why I don't just like switch it to face cam. Yeah, which I will be a bit envious of. I really wish I had 500 meg up. 35 meg up is just annoying. I also have this, where it's both. You can see me and the birds. Really? Okay. Let's see. Let's go. I should look and see who I'm gonna raid, and then go head home. I was planning on trying to be home around 5, and it's already a little after 5, so I should hurry if I'm gonna go play Beat Saber. So I'm planning on doing a short Beat Saber stream. I need to get home, I need to go home and eat dinner, and then I'll play Beat Saber. So I might only play for like an hour and a half or 2 hours, but I can probably play for an hour and a half or 2 hours. And then I work tomorrow and Friday. I think tomorrow is supposed to rain all afternoon. I think Friday is supposed to be warmer and not rainy, so I might do a short IRL stream before work. But I guess we'll see. Last week, I think on Wednesday when I did an IRL stream, I was talking about doing one on Thursday. And then Thursday, I kind of got up late and left late and needed to go to the store to look for shoes. Because I had to buy non-slip shoes to wear there. I guess in restaurants and stuff, they make you wear non-slip shoes. I guess that's a normal thing, like food service places. And so I went, and then by then I didn't have time to stream or anything. I really just had enough time to go look at shoes a little bit and then get to work. I'm gonna read right. I think. Wait, what's this? Food and drink. I'm gonna read Melixon. Unboxing International Snack Box. That sounds fun. Yeah. Bye, Logarithm and Mr. Winnie Cat and everyone else is here. I hope you all have a nice rest of your day. And thanks for watching and hanging out. I forgot. I can switch to this chat now, and I have a raid countdown timer, so it doesn't just cut me off in the middle of talking. But yeah, I'll see you all later. I guess I'll stream Beat Saber. Like I said, anybody that wants to play Beat Saber. Probably in about an hour or a little over is when I'm going to try to start. I guess we'll see if I can get home, and I should start within like an hour if I want to be able to play for like maybe 2 hours. I guess we'll see if I can get home and eat dinner in that amount of time. But yeah, anyways, I think the raid's fixing to start. So I'll see you all later. Bye. Here's another big group of birds coming.